Hello, good evening and welcome to the Virtual Racers Club. We're here live on a Thursday night. Oh, looking weird. We're here on a Thursday night for a live round of the VGTS, the Vision Gran Turismo Series, round 5 at Spa. Special stuff. So let's quickly try and get through some stuff because they'll be qualifying in a matter of minutes, I tell thee. Minutes. So the VGT is, I'll tell you, not in that bit I won't. So it's using the Vision cars in the Gran Turismo Sport garage. Here we go. The VGT is a VRC one-make series using a different Vision Gran Turismo car every season. This championship has been set up for amateur drivers of a good level and skill racecraft to take part in and enjoy. Each season will be a one-make series. Drivers will compete in 2 races per round to score points awarded for finishing positions across 5 weeks. The first season is the VW Golf Supersport VGT. Right, when it comes to qualifying, they can use either super soft or soft tyres, but whatever they use in qualifying they must use in a race 1. So race 1 is the sprint race, and they can use either super soft or soft, whatever they qualified on, but whichever they used in the sprint race is not to be used in the feature race. And when it comes on to the feature race, they have the choice of super soft, soft and medium, but the medium tyre is a mandatory compound and must be used at some point in the race. So that are the rough rules. Now how long have I got? A couple of minutes. I can read both tables. I'll read you the first without the drop scores, and they drop 1 round of their lowest scores, and then I'll read you what's dropped so far. So Guesty is at the top of the table with 114 points, Racer Brown in second with 105, Skyjacker third on 101, Homesick Alien fourth on 95, iBunton is fifth on 78, Diego is sixth on 73, Bunny is 7th on 72, Talleyrand 8th on 61 points, 9th is Rivixter on 56 points, 10th is Alphana on 55 points, 11th is Cthulhu on 49 points, Jokus is 12th on 33 points, 13th is Rido on 29 points, I.R. Graham 14th on 24 points, and Mika G is 15th on 10 points. Right, dropped scores up to and at the end of round 4. The table looks a little bit like this going into this round. Racer Brown is now at the top of the table with 91 points. Guesty is second with 89 points. So 3 points in it going into the final round. They're all saying they're ready for qualifying. Skyjacker is third on 79 points, Homesick Alien fourth on 74 points, Diego is fifth on 73 points with Bunny in sixth with 72 points, iBunting 7th with 63 points, Talleyrand 8th with 61 points, Alphanut 9th on 55 points, Cthulhu 10th on 49 points, Rivixter 11th on 48 points, Joker's 12th on 33 points, I.R. Graham 13th on 24 points, Rido on 14th on 22 points, and Mika G is 15th on 10 points. Got through it. Right, I don't know if he's waiting for me to give it a bit of an R. I saw everyone giving it the sign. I'll give one. Oh, he is asking. Big R, big bro. Big R, big buddy. Racer Brown in the chat saying hello everyone again. I know. Double feature today. Trying to catch up. I'm nervous in the room. It looked like some bouncing. There's Guesty and Racer Brown, the Green Goblin or Hot Lava. Do you know what? I forgot qualifying. What are they doing? Racing. We're on a voyage together. I've forgotten how they do qualifying. Are you really thinking? I think it's table championship or something. No, it can't be. Maybe he started race by accident. I'm not sure. I wonder if that's an omen. Is Guesty going to be on pole with Catula in second? Dear Gore, I'm struggling to see. Oh, there he is. There he goes. I thought I couldn't see him earlier, but yes. I wonder what happened. I thought it was just 10 minutes of straightforward qualifying. When they were all lined up on the grid, I suddenly thought, oh, maybe they have a small 10-minute race. Practice qualifying race. I bet it was just on practice race or something. Epic. Epic fluff up there from Skyjacker. Rivix to light his position. And now Skyjacker has started the qualifying. Alphanut making his way onto the track in the Hornet Golf. Looks cracking, doesn't it, eh? Look at that. Beautiful. There we are, starting qualifying, 10 minutes to great round. I don't even think I've told you where we are. We're at Belgium, Spa, for round 5. In the chat, Pat also saying maybe someone's trying to test you. They are. Catching me unawares, thinking, hang on a minute, did I have to read the rules about qualifying as well? So it looks like Catula, first on track. He's opted for the racing soft tyre, so we'll have to start the sprint race on that tyre. Bunny following. Also on the racing soft tyre, Skyjacker. He's opted for the racing soft as well. Homesick Alien, he's on the racing soft. Guesty. Guesty's gone bold. He's gone super soft early doors. There's a lot at stake for Guesty and Racer Brown. Alphanut has gone soft. And Diagor, he's got big softs on. And Racer Brown, he's also gone for soft, so Guesty is definitely going for pole. iBuntin also has soft tyres. Rido has gone for super softs. And Rivixter has gone for racing softs. So they're all making their way around on their outlap. Let's play with a few of these. Look at that, Catula. Bunny. Skyjacker. Homesick Alien. All eyes on this man, Guesty. What can he do? They're quite close together on this outlap, these three. Diagor, Alphanut, Guesty staying close together. Rido catching them up as well. It's getting a bit busy. There's Hot Lava, Racer Brown. Leading the championship by, what, 2-3 points? iBuntin, I think they're all going to try and grab a toe from each other. There goes Catula then. He's starting his fastest lap now. And so has the Bunster. Going around Le Source. Here comes Skyjacker. And Homesick Alien going past there also. And then we're waiting for Guesty to come up towards the line. They look like they've spaced themselves out a little bit now. And Guesty just ahead of Alphanut on track with Diagor trailing those guys. So yeah, they've all spaced them out nicely. All Racer Brown and iBuntin still quite close together. iBuntin putting a lot of faith in a Racer Brown there. iBuntin on the softs also. Already is he hurting from a bit of Racer Brown being that close? One wonders. No, there's plenty of space there between those two, aren't there? And iBuntin, he might pick up a bit of a toe. It might be a good move, that. So there is Cthulhu leading. the way on his first flying lap. Ahead of Bunny. Bunny quite far back. Probably he's not getting any wake or tow from the car ahead, I imagine. Skyjacker. Looking tidy so far. Get that first lap in, that first banker. Neat and tidy. Doesn't have to be super fast. It just has to be solid. And there goes Guesty. He's pulled away from Alphanut. Or Alphanut backed off beforehand. Guesty on those super soft tyres. It's just him and Rido have opted for the super softs. Catula's going to be the first one to post a time for us though, as he comes up to the final chicane. And makes his way around. It's looked tidy. It's looked very clean every time we've looked at him. And he crosses the line with a 2:15.663. Bunny's crossed the line with a 2:15.7. Skyjacker's beat that with a 2:15.550. Homesick doing a 2:16.1. So far, Skyjacker. Oh, Guesty, we're looking at Guesty. He's got purples. He's coming up. He's on those super softs. And what can he do? A 2:15.2. So Alphanut doing a 2:16.5. Diagore 2:17.1. But Guesty getting on pole there with those super soft tyres. Racer Brown at 2:15.4. Racer Brown putting it in second spot. The rivalry continues for the championship. Rivixter and Rido both crossing the line at 2:23.8 for Rido, 2:17.0 for Rivixter. So let's have a look down then. Guesty on pole ahead of a Racer Brown with Skyjacker third fastest so far. Catula fourth fastest. Bunny is way flying, but also fifth fastest. Homesick Alien, 6th fastest. Alphanut is the 7th fastest. Ibunton, 8th. Rivixton, 9th. With Diagore, 10th. And Rido is 11th. Looks like he's just getting out of Rivixter's way there. So we're looking at Skyjacker, is it? No, Cthulhu posting another time. It's quite a way. As it crosses one of the sector tines. He's up by half a second, and he's half a second off a pole, but it's not purple. Interesting stuff there. Bunny just behind him. And Skyjacker, is he going faster? Just coming up to the bus stop. Cthulhu coming through. We saw he was up by 4/10. That should get him nicely ahead. Cthulhu crossing the line with a 2:15.6, was it? Yes, putting him up into 4th place. Bunny also crossing the line. Oh, Homesick's moved up to 3rd with a 2:15.5. Cthulhu. So that means Skyjacker didn't go faster, and nor did Bunny. We got Alphanut just coming up through the chicane. Guesty's just crossing the line. Doesn't look like he's gone any faster, but Alphanut has. He's moved in 7th, 400ths behind Bunny, and 8/10 ahead of Ibunton. Racer Brown's gone fast. Racer Brown's taken pole. Racer Brown. Ibunton's gone faster as well. Ibunton is in 8th place behind Alphanut. Rido has gone faster, but Racer Brown at 2:14.8, putting him at 3/10, nearly 4/10 ahead of Guesty. Your move, Guesty. Homesick Alien, in all of that, got himself up onto 3rd spot of the grid with a 2:15.537. He's only a 100th ahead of Skyjacker. Cthulhu in 5th place. Bunny in 6th. With Alphanut 7th so far, but he's within a second of pole. All of these guys can still get pole position, I believe. Ibunton half a second off of Alphanut at the moment. 7/10 ahead of Rivixter. Rivixter's off the track. He nearly got in Rido's way. Diagore is usually good. That's not very nice, is it? He's usually up at the sharp end, should I say. He's usually good. Sorry, Diego. That was none. But yes, he's usually up at the sharper end, is Diego in this championship. It looks like something there not gelling with the golf at Spa. We've only got a minute left of qualifying. Racer Brown is sat on that coveted pole position so far. Cthulhu's put a time in. He's shuffled up to third. Bunny also putting a time in, staying in sixth. Skyjacker moved up to fourth ahead of Homesick Alien. Doesn't look like the Alien posted a better time that time around. Racer Brown's getting purples. Guesty's just coming up over the line. Is there anything he can do from there? Not this lap. He's got one more lap to try. Alphanut's gone faster. Alphanut's gone up to fifth place there ahead of Homesick Alien. Racer Brown posting an even faster time with a 14.619, putting it even further away from his competitors, and that's it. He's not going to do a final run. Guesty then, what can he do? We're going through a Rouge. Rido's gone faster as well with a 220.4. It's all eyes on Guesty at the moment. 6/10 behind pole. He's 300 slower than he's gone. He's getting some perfect lines through these corners. Giving it his all on this last chance to grab pole from Racer Brown. We're waiting to see him at a sector. He was 300s down on his time. Can he find some more time? He's flying through the air in that Golf. Comes down to a sector. He hasn't put a foot wrong on this lap so far. It's been clean and precise as he makes his way around. He's heading towards the sector just around this corner. No one else has set a time since. Oh, he's hanging it out there, but he's up on his own time. Only a 10th though. Can he find another 5/10 in this last sector? It's virtually just one long straight. Cthulhu in the end there. 14.603. Skyjacker going faster as well to get third. Guesty is off the track. Can he maintain? Can he get back up into second spot? Can he get himself ahead of Skyjacker? Homesick Alien also doing a 2:15. He's in sixth place. And here comes Guesty to cross the line. Can he get any faster there? No. And Alphanut goes faster but stays in fifth place. Homesick Alien in sixth. Bunny in seventh. Diego got up to eighth in the end. iBunting in ninth. Rivixter in 10th. Oh, Diego's just posted that time, so he's just put himself in 8th. 9th for iBunting, Rivixter in 10th, and Arido in 11th spot there, where he's just crossing the line. Can he better it? Find a bit more? Yes, look at that, 2:18, nearly 2 seconds faster. Well done, Arido. Well done. That's awesome. So we're going into the sprint race where they have to use the same tyres they've just qualified on. And we have Fernando Cthulhu sat on pole. We were busy watching Guesty, but what a lap from Cthulhu there in the end, stringing it all together. We're looking at the red lights, waiting for race off. There's the green ones. There's a bit of tyre smoke, but it looks like a good start from Cthulhu, and also a Racer Brown. Oh, Skyjacker, where did he come from? Skyjacker, but he's outbraked himself into Lasore, and Cthulhu has retaken the lead with Guesty up into second place now. Alphanut, what happened to Racer Brown? Racer Brown slipping behind Alphanut there on the start. This is a great start for Guesty in this championship. Cthulhu leading from Guesty. Guesty's trying to make a move. Early doors on the Spaniard. They're side by side. He knows he's got to get on with it, but he's put himself in a tricky position for this next corner. He's going to be on the outside. He's on the super softs, remember though. So Guesty taking the lead from Catula into the corner. Catula in second, Alpha Nut in third, Racer Brown down in fourth. This is not helping his championship one bit. Bunny there in fifth, Homesick Alien in sixth, Skyjacker dropping down to seventh place after that Lesource moment. Diego in 8th, iBunt in 9th, Rivixter in 10th, and Arrido in 11th. We've got 7 laps now of Spa here with the Vision Golfs, and Guesty takes an early lead from Catula. The car sideways going down the hill, but he maintains the control of it, and he's still just ahead of Catula. Remember, Catula and most of the rest of the field are on the racing soft tyres, whilst Guesty opted to go for super soft. I think that's what's helped him in those early corners. Alpha still ahead of a Racer Brown, and Racer Brown doesn't want to let Guesty get too far away, too many points. And there is Bunny right on a Racer Brown's 6, as Homesick 1.6 seconds behind them. Skyjacker in 7th, ahead of Diego, but Diego's having a look at the Sharpie Golf. As they're coming up to the chicane, Rivixter there you can see in the background with his BP car, and Diego having a think about it. He's gone for it. Looked like he hesitated a bit, and it's cost him. It's cost him, because iBunting has come up into 8th place. You could just see Diego was thinking about it, made the decision, but a little too late, and it's ended up costing him. And Skyjacker getting the place back. Dizzy from iBunting, it looks like it. So Skyjacker sticking to that 7th place. So up ahead, Guesty pulling out 8/10 on Catula with those super soft tyres. Bunny there in 3rd, ahead of Alphanut. Alphanut though has got Racer Brown pulling up alongside, and Homesick Alien's caught him right up. So all 3 of them, they're all going to attempt to take in Racer Brown just ahead of Alphanut and Homesick, side by side going in. And Racer Brown in 4th, and now Homesick going ahead of Alphanut into 5th, Alphanut down into 6th, just ahead of Skyjacker in 7th. Diego and iBunting side by side, and Diego just ahead now of iBunting. Rivixter just behind these guys in 10th, and Rido is in 11th place. But Guesty is pulling away. It's 1.4 seconds. He has to. He's got a rabbit, because his tyres aren't going to last as long as those soft tyres. So he's got to get away, and he's got to build up some space between him and Racer Brown, who is in 4th place still, with Homesick Alien chasing him down. Guesty has got to concentrate on this race, and this race alone. He's got to forget about the championship. He can't look up at the score, the positions. It'll just distract him. He's here to do one thing and one thing only, and win. Catula in 2nd spot, Bunny in 3rd, not far behind Catula, but Bunny's just hanging it right out there. And Racer Brown edging away from the Alien now, and it looks like Alpha is dropping back into the clutches of Skyjacker. Skyjacker there chasing down the Hornet Golf, just ahead of iBunting and Diego. They're battling over for 8th and 9th. Can you see him swapping places? Here we see Skyjacker on the hoofs into a Lesource as he chases Alphanut, his old MTCC teammate, up through Rouge. Beautiful stuff. The Golf just clinging on. So Guesty now 2.7 seconds ahead of Catula, and Bunny there is a second behind Catula. He's only half a second ahead of a Racer Brown though. Racer Brown pushing on. Homesick Alien nearly a second behind a Racer Brown now. Alphanut Nearly a second behind Homesick Alien. Skyjacker 6/10 behind Alphanut, tracking him down. iBunting 1.7 seconds behind Skyjacker, but only 3/10 ahead of Deargore. Deargore really pushing hard to get past iBunting at the moment. He's on his tail, he's having a look. There's just nothing down there. Tucking in again off of the accelerator, cruising round. Oh my word, is that Skyjacker off the track ahead? It looks like Skyjacker has had an issue ahead. And this is scary for Deargore and iBunting. They're racing hard, they don't want to lose time. But there is a car going somewhat slower than them. But Skyjacker must be back on pace now. But iBunting, he doesn't want anyone getting in his way as he's trying to stay out of Deargore's clutches. Deargore going through that corner a lot faster than iBunting. Oh no, Deargore's lost the back end. Deargore has spun around. Oh no, Deargore has lost the car over the curbs. He's dropping down to 10th place. Oh, he's trying to spin her back up. Guesty then, he's leading 3.2 seconds now. Racer Brown, Racer Brown, Racer Brown. While we were watching all of that, somehow Racer Brown, we can see it on Cthulhu. We didn't see his move on Bunny, but he's around the outside of Cthulhu, and wow, Racer Brown, you think there's a championship at stake here, wouldn't you? Whoo-wee, Louis, what's going on? So Guesty 3.6 seconds ahead of Racer Brown. Bunny now up into third. He's got ahead of Cthulhu. Cthulhu is falling into the clutches of Homesick Alien. Homesick Alien having an eye at the Spaniard. Has he goosed his tyres? No, doesn't seem so. Just seems like a bad lap from Cthulhu. And that's what a bad lap does to you. You drop a couple of positions. Racer Brown, he's got to try and catch up Guesty. Guesty on those stickier tyres. Can they last? We're on lap 4 of 7. They seem to be doing okay so far. And Cthulhu there in third, trying to hold off Bunny. Homesick Alien has... Oh no, has Cthulhu got back ahead of Bunny then somewhere? Possibly. iBunting did get ahead of Skyjacker, and Rivixter there in 9th. Rido 10th, he got ahead of Deargore. We saw Deargore spinning up. It's been a poor lap for him, but there is still Rido not far ahead of him. Something to play for, points still on the table. There's Guesty 4 seconds ahead of Racer Brown. Racer Brown doing a 2:16.0 his last time around. Guesty doing a 2:16.9. Oof, it's hard to call. Cthulhu doing a cracking job in third ahead of Bunny. Homesick Alien in 5th with Alphanut not too far behind those guys. Then there's a bit of a gap to iBunting, who's got Skyjacker hunting him down, and Rivixter just there in the distance, not too far. Then Rido is 2.7 seconds ahead of a Deargore. So Guesty crossing the line, 2:17.7. Those tyres must be going. He's losing time, but it was a 2:17.8 from Racer Brown as well. Cthulhu doing a 2:18.2. Nicely spaced out at the moment. 2:18.9 from Bunny. Homesick Alien a 2:19.0. with Alpha not doing a 2:18.3, so Alpha catching the Alien a little bit in this lap. We're on lap 5 of 7, and it does look like Alpha is making some ground up on the Alien right now. Guesty still leading from Racer Brown. Bunny in third, and there you can see how much ground Alphanut's made up, but when you're behind the car braking into the corner, it just slides away from you, so it can be quite treacherous following these cars closely. Up ahead it looks like Bunny has made a move on Cthulhu. Here we see, oh no, Bunny's already there. We missed it, I apologise. But Bunny now up into third spot ahead of Cthulhu. Bunny's off wide and Catula's back up into third spot. Bunny making a small mistake. Homesick Alien closing in on Bunny for fourth place, whilst Alphanaut not too far behind these guys also. Skyjacker has got himself ahead of iBunting, and he's only 4 seconds behind Alphanaut. But we've only got two laps to go. iBunting in 8th place with Rivixter in 9th, 2.5 seconds behind iBunting. Diego has got himself ahead of Arido, and Arido is in 11th spot there. We've seen you do a 218, you can do it, Rido, although your tyres are pretty cooked now. Best off just trying to keep it smooth. There's Guesty, 2.5 seconds, so it's dropped from 4 seconds lead with only 2 laps to go. 2.4 second lead he's got now. It's a 2:17.9 he did last time around. Racer Brown doing a 2:16.9, so a second faster. Oh, it's gonna be tight. Those tyres are looking pretty poor on Guesty's car. He's wiggling through a Rouge. It's getting hard to control that Golf now, Racer Brown. Plenty of tyre grip still on those softs, and he's chasing down the leader of this race. Catula in third, 1.6 seconds ahead of Bunny. And Homesick Alien he's got to defend from Alphanaut, but I don't think there's anything to defend. I think Alphanaut's done the job. And Alphanaut up into 5th, Homesick trying to come back around the outsides. But now Homesick Alien has got that inside line, but it's no good. Alpha's already there, and he's gone. So Alpha making the move up into 5th place ahead of Homesick Alien. iBunting is back ahead of Skyjacker. We're missing a ding-dong of a battle between these two, and Rivixter has closed right up on lap 6. How's Guesty doing? 1.7 second lead on his closest rival, on the championship leader. And Guesty is doing all he can, but he's got another lap to go after this one. Anyone but Racer Brown, he thinks. Anyone. 1.4 seconds is closing every corner. Catula now 4 seconds behind those guys, and 1.4 seconds ahead of this man, a Bunny. Just some of those out. Sat on board with a Racer Brown. We're heading up to the chicane for the final lap. Oh, you can see Guesty is struggling on those super soft tyres. He's trying all he can. And here is a Racer Brown knocking on the door. It's the final lap. Racer Brown going for the outside of Le Sueur. He's probably got the grip. He's taking him underneath. He set that up sweetly. And Racer Brown takes the lead on the final lap. Oh, poor pains of pains for Guesty. Guesty tries to get a tow from the hot lava Racer Brown. And he's getting one. Is he going to come back at Racer Brown? Guesty pulling ahead. He's got no tyres, but he's got some balls. And now Guesty leading from Racer Brown. This is tight stuff for the championship. Further back, Catula is 3rd, Bunny is 4th, Alphanaut 5th, Homesick Alien 5th, iBunting is 7th, Skyjacker is in 8th. Guesty is in the lead at the moment, but can he maintain it ahead of Racer Brown? The Green Goblin versus the Fire Lava Beast. I don't know. Guesty just about keeping it there in front of a Racer Brown. Racer Brown has got a lot more grip in those tyres, as you can see, coming out the corners. Guesty defending, making that Golf as wide as possible. Look around the outside. You can see what grip Racer Brown has got, and that's it. He's back in the lead, but Guesty not giving up, back into the toe. Guesty is tenacious, he will not give up, and Racer Brown's made a mistake. Guesty's back ahead, Racer Brown's made a huge mistake. Is Catula going to be able to get ahead of Racer Brown and take points away from Racer Brown? My word, that's crazy racing. Guesty then taking the lead from Racer Brown after Racer Brown making a rare mistake. Can Racer Brown come back at Guesty? Oh, Racer Brown's off the track again. So's Bunny coming at Catula. There's racing up and down the field, but here comes Guesty around the final corner. We would never have guessed it. I never would have believed it, but Guesty takes the win. Well done. Racer Brown in second and Catula third. Take a boo, my son. Bunny in fourth. Hard fought Homesick Alien gets back ahead of Alphanaut, who finishes in sixth. Skyjacker and I Bunting. And in the end, Skyjacker 7th, I-Bunting in 8th. They look like they had a cracking race. Rivixter in 9th ahead of Diego, who finishes in 10th ahead of Rido in 11th. Oh man, I don't know why I tried shouting. I apologise. That must have just been a raspy horror. And Guesty, the winner. Phoo-wee. That was something, hey guys. Wow. There you are. Guesty, fastest lap as well. So, Guesty, fantastic. That was brilliant. I'll take you to the race results and then give you a little, give my voice a break. Give you a break, but give my voice a break. So, Guesty takes the win with a hard fought battle with Racer Brown there at the end. He had no tyres left on his car. Racer Brown making a small mistake, throwing it out onto the dirt. Guesty retaking the lead of the race and the win. Racer Brown finishing in second spot with Catula in third. Take a boo, my son, Fernando. Bunny grabbing fourth ahead of Homesick Alien in fifth in the end, ahead of Alphanaut, who finished in sixth. Skyjacker in seventh. It all went wrong in the first corner for him. And I-Bunty found himself just out on the outside. Nothing terrible, I don't think, happened. He went for the outside and everyone went for the inside. And he got shuffled down the deck. I-Bunting in 8th, Rivixter in 9th, Diego in 10th, and Rido finishing in 11th. Guesty got the fastest lap with a 2:15.950. Pat in the chat saying a bit of a lively ending to that one. Looked good. It was cracking stuff. Cracking, I tell thee. Right then, let's see if they've changed the settings. 8:45, so we've got about 10 minutes before the next race. And we've seen Rivixter and Racer Brown have entered. So, let us go to the track and have a look. Even if they're just, there you go, Rivixter's on his way out now. So, I'll get rid of those big numbers for you. And you can watch El Rivixter go around for a short while, and I shall return. Stay lucky. Yoo-hoo. Yoo-hoo, I'm back. Hello. I got a bit excited in that. So, in the chat, Bunting has said, woohoo, Skyjacker. I said, thank God there is only one race left in this car. It is so hit and miss. Homesick Alien has said, sweating, lol. Homesick Alien also said, big shout out to Skyjacker for another fun season. And my daughter Lil L for making my livery. Homesick Alien, and you too, Thingy, for your husky, dusky tones, your husky tones. There you go. I got it right. He messed it up. I messed it up. We both got there in the end. So, getting ready for the feature race. They can't use the tyres they used in the sprint. I think it was just Guesty and Rivixter, wasn't it? They used the super softs. Everyone else used the softs, so they're all going to be on super softs in this upcoming feature race and the mediums. We're going to have a Racer Brown there and Guesty starting on the front row of the grid. I pressed Guesty and he just must have gone out. What are they going to start on? See, last time Talleyrand and Guesty were on the front row and they both started on their softer compound, the racing softs, and it worked for Guesty. He nearly won. Talleyrand got him in the final corner. That's why I thought this was painful on the final lap. But I don't suppose he knows what Racer Brown's going to start on. Racer Brown doesn't know what he's going to start on. And they could go for their soft and super softs, go for a sprint at the beginning, or they could both start on the medium tyres. I mean, and then behind them they've got those guys. It seems to me Bunting fell foul of starting on the faster tyre because he was on the mediums when everyone else went on to their faster compounds in the mid-pack, and they all just flew past him. So it's dilemmas. I don't know. I know Racer Brown says, oh dear, he must have been thinking about it. What tyre do you start on then, Racer Brown? It's got to be better to start on the slower tyre, surely. Ready, says Skyjacker. I'm going to get in there with a big R before everyone else starts ruining it with their silly Ys. I nearly did Y then. Did you see me go the Y way? Oh, Bunny, I know you've got one in your name, but still. Racer Brown standing strong with the Rebels. But yeah, I don't know. Bunting going with a Y. I'll write that down. Bunting. Catula also wide. Rido's a good lad. Look, he's on the R's. Guesty, yes. Go on, Guesty. Get it. Well, Racer Brown did an R as well. I hope we can even this championship up between the two of you. Bunny said he meant R, lol. And that Diego with a big R. Yes, come on. I feel the power, as Palpatine once said. He also said, Annie, help me. So, Rido in second. The final has been started then. So there's 20 odd laps around Spa. A beautiful thing to behold, and we'll see what tyres they choose. Oh, it's so tense. This championship's going down to the final race. Guesty on pole ahead of Racer Brown, Catula third, Bunny fourth, Holmes Galen fifth, Alpha Nut sixth, Skyjacker. Oh, I've got no info. Why have I got no info? Why is it not telling me no info? All mediums for Guesty, mediums for Racer Brown, mediums for Catula, mediums for Bunny. The green light has gone, and there they go. It looks like Guesty's made a great start ahead of a Racer Brown. Racer Brown in second place. He's going for an outside line, but no, he can't make it stick. So he stays in second place with Catula in third. Bunny in fourth. Homesick Alien in fifth place, but he's got Alpha Nut very close behind, but that battle in front is Guesty just edging away from Racer Brown. I think Racer Brown's got to win this though for the championship after Guesty are winning the first race. It doesn't give Racer Brown many options. Catula again taking up his battle with Bunny from the first race, and here they come around. Oh my lord, it's tense stuff. It looked like they were sliding, but it's all good. But they're all bunched up behind Racer Brown. Catula, Homesick Alien making a move. Oh, Bunny must have made a small mistake. He's dropped down into sixth place ahead of Skyjacker in seventh. Rivixter in eighth ahead of Diego ninth. Bunting in 10th. And Rido in 11th spot. Guesty still there. He's pulling away even on those medium tyres. Oh, is Racer Brown playing the long game? Racer Brown being clever with fuel consumption and tyre wear, whilst Guesty is rabbiting. He's getting out of dodge. He's trying to make as much space between him and his closest competitor, the championship leader, Racer Brown, as he possibly can. Racer Brown thinking of going long possibly. It's early to make that call. Catula in third ahead of Homesick Alien. Homesick Alien are looking for a good result to end the Vision Championship with, as will be Alpha Nuts. Skyjacker there in 6th. He's got himself ahead of Bunny, but Bunny is on his tail. Skyjacker's out wide, and that gives Bunny the opportunity to move back up into 6th place. Oof, wow, what a race. What's going to happen? 18 laps, not 20 odd, sorry. And now, oh my word, Guesty is under pressure from Racer Brown. Guesty made stronger stuff than me. I would have pulled over and said, I can't take it, you have it. It's too much pressure. And Racer Brown in 2nd spot, just tracking down his closest competitor in this championship. There is Cthulhu with Homesick Alien having a good look. If we get on board with Alpha, we'll get a great view of that battle between car 77 and the Spaniard up ahead. And just up ahead there, we saw the sparks flying off Racer Brown and Cthulhu. Not Cthulhu, Guesty up ahead. I've got a feeling he's making a move. Here's Guesty and Racer Brown, they're back to back. Racer Brown giving it big welly behind the Green Goblin right now. And it's just tantalising. There goes Guesty. He's had a little bounce over the cones. And Racer Brown all over him. Not giving him a second to think about his race, his strategy or anything. Cracking stuff up front. Then we've got Cthulhu ahead of Homesick Alien, who's ahead of Alpha Nut. Bunny in 6th place ahead of Skyjacker. Oh, Rivixter was off the road then, looked like in the distance, and that's given Diagor the opportunity to get up into 8th spot. And Rivixter out wide again. And Rivixter there struggling on those medium tyres. Rido is ahead of iBunting. iBunting not having a great race right now. On this first couple of laps, Guesty looks like he's edged away from Racer Brown again. And like I said, it's a long race. It's 18 laps. So these two can't win this championship in these first couple of laps. They've got to think of the race as a whole. But they are pulling away from Cthulhu, who's still managing to stay ahead of a Homesick Alien, who has Alpha Nut for very close company here. Homesick Alien out a bit wide there. No, like Alpha Nut trying to avoid Homesick on the brakes. It was Cthulhu that was out a little bit wide, and there's Homesick trying to get around the outside of Cthulhu, but it just didn't fit. And now these cars, oh, and Bunny's coming towards Alpha Nut. He's trying to get some up the inside of Lesaur, and it looks like Bunny put himself a cheeky little move off there, whilst Alpha Nut was trying to avoid Homesick and Cthulhu. Seems like Bunny got a run on him, and now Bunny is up into 5th place. Skyjacker not far behind in 7th as the spikes fly through a Rouge. Guesty still leading. I'm always scared to go back to the front of the pack, but they're there, and Racer Brown's closing it down. But further back is Bedlam behind Cthulhu. It's Bunny now. Bunny's up into 4th ahead of Alpha Nut. Homesick Alien's dropping down. Homesick Alien coming back at Alpha Nut though. But Alpha Nut's got the inside line here, and he should take that 5th place, but he doesn't. Homesick Alien staying in 5th place. Homesick Alien, Alpha Nut in 6th. Let's get on board with Skyjacker. That's awesome. Alpha and Homesick, you can't plan it. There you go. And in the end, I think Alpha conceded a little lift from Alpha, which puts him under danger from Skyjacker, but Skyjacker just can't quite get the purchase he wants up the inside of Alpha Nut. Meanwhile, Alpha and Homesick battling has let Bunny get away, and there goes Skyjacker for a very late break, and he's made it pay. It's worked for him, but Alpha Nut's coming back around the outside, and my word, Skyjacker, that seems like a far back, but he got the car slowed down. But in the end, Alpha Nut managing to get back ahead of Skyjacker, and their squabbling is helping Diagor head back towards them. Guesty then leading 7 tenths ahead of a Racer Brown. The fuel is nominal, it's pretty similar between the two of them. Catula there in third place, just ahead of Bunny. So far, everyone on those medium tyres, no one taking a gamble early doors. There goes Alphanut on Homesick Alien, but Homesick Alien, no, Alphanut there just around the outside. But the Pepsi Max TikTok car is still fifth, designed by Little L. And then now Alphanut trying to make the move that Bunny made on him. And Skyjacker there just with the view of all views. Who do you pick a toe off, Skyjacker? And there you can see just ahead as well, Catula and Bunny hard at it. There's battles galore to watch up and down the fields. And here is Catula and Bunny battling it out for that final podium position. Bunny gets in purples, but he just can't do anything about that pesky Spaniard. And Guesty there, 1.8 seconds ahead of Racer Brown. But Racer Brown, I think, is fuel conserving. His fuel is, they were virtually the same, their fuels. But now it looks like Racer Brown a little wee bit more than Guesty has. Catula then, he's used similar up to Guesty. Bunny all over him. Bunny's not used as much fuel up as Catula has. And Homesick Alien in fifth ahead of Alphanut. Struggling with Alphanut recently, but he's pulling away from him. Now Skyjacker has got Diego all up in his business, trying to get into his car boots. Let's have a look what's in your trunk. Oh, that. And just ahead of Skyjacker you can see Alphanut there. Little love kiss, little love bump from Diego going into the corner. Saying, Skyjacker, I like to brake here. He's trying to get an edge. He's going up the inside, but it's the outside when they get to the corner. And Skyjacker maintains that seventh ahead of Diego. Guesty then 1.9 second lead on Racer Brown. Racer Brown an 18.1 last time around, and he managed a 17.8 this time. Guesty doing a 17.7, the fastest of everyone. Catula still maintaining that third ahead of Bunny, but Bunny is rather fast at the moment on those medium tyres. And Homesick Alien in fifth. Skyjacker is ahead of Alphanut and Diego. Oh my. So I don't know what's happened between these guys. We could have a quick look, but we'll probably miss it. No, it's already happened, whatever it was. And there you go. But they were all very close together. Rido in 9th spot, ahead of Rivixter in 10th. Rivixter, lucky had a shocking lap, the last lap, 2:26. And now he's trying to overtake Rivixter, and I-Bunting down there. He's done 2:19.2. He does not like the medium tyres, it seems, in this Golf. And Guesty 2.5 seconds ahead of Racer Brown. Racer Brown really easing off. He's got that gap behind him to Catula. 5 seconds lead on Catula, so he can ease off a little bit. We're on lap 5 of 18. So the halfway mark would be lap 9, and there goes a Bunny, a beautiful move up the inside of Catula. Catula suffered from a little bit of slide in the corner, and Bunny took a great opportunity to move up into that podium position ahead of the Spaniard. Absolutely fantastic. Homesick Alien in 5th place. He did a 2:19.5 his last time around. He's got about half a tank of fuel. And Skyjacker there also half a tank of fuel, but he did a 2:21.4. But we don't know what happened. Something happened between Alpha and Diego. Rivixter and I-Bunting have got themselves ahead of Arido. And Rivixter feeling the pressure from I-Bunting right now, down there in 10th spot. Sat on board with iBunting. Chasing down Rivixter, 3/10 behind the BP Golf. Heavy onto the brakes, into the chicane. Ooh, avoiding Rivixter and losing his racing line and losing the back end. There you go, iBunting not enjoying that Golf in that chicane. So Guesty continuing in those 17s, still 2 seconds ahead of Racer Brown. Racer Brown half a tank of fuel. Tyres looking okay. And it's about half a tank of fuel for Guesty, so no. It's even Stevens between the two leaders. And Bunny, we saw getting past Catula earlier. He's got himself about 7/10 of a second ahead of Catula now. Catula 1.3 seconds ahead of the Alien. The Alien is less than a second ahead of Skyjacker in 6th spot. Some 2 seconds down the road is Alphanut in 7th with Diagore 1.5 seconds behind him in 8th. Then is some 14 seconds to Rivixter, who's 4 seconds ahead of iBunting in 10th, and Rido is breathing down iBunting's neck with iBunting having that spin. So here we are then, lap 6 of 18. Like I said, halfway, they've all gone for the medium tyre. We saw them using super softs and softs for 7 laps, wasn't it, the sprint race? And the super softs that Guesty used, he did okay with them for 7 laps. So for 9 laps on the softs, I'd imagine they'll be fine. Racer Brown, he has to use the super soft tyre. So will he go longer on the mediums than Guesty to make up for the shorter life of his super soft tyre? Bunny, can he mix it up with the guys ahead? He's some 8 seconds behind him now. He's done a 2:19.5 his last time around. He's pulled out a bit of time from Catula. He's over a second ahead of Catula now. Skyjacker's got himself ahead of Homesick Alien somewhere. Somehow, there we go. I think we just caught the end of it there. And there's Skyjacker up into 5th place now. Cracking stuff ahead of the Alien. Homesick Alien in 6th with Diagore up into 7th. Alphanut dropping behind Diagore, the Portuguese driver. There's Rivixter ahead of iBunting, who is just ahead of Rido in 11th. So lap 7, no one opting to come into the pits yet. Everyone's tyres doing okay. Everyone's still got a fair whack of fuel. If we get on board with the Alien, we can see this train of cars ahead of us. Bunny in 3rd, Catula in 4th, Skyjacker in 5th spot. The Alien closing up to the back. Oh, he gives him a little love kiss. Can Skyjacker save it? He does. And there you go. This is how difficult these cars are to drive. As Skyjacker has already alluded to in the chat, saying they're so hit and miss. I saw the flashing on the back of Skyjacker. I think that was Homesick making his apologies. I can't think of anything except for turning corners and changing gears. I don't know how they think to flash lights and do such things. But now it looks like Skyjacker pulling closer now to Catula. Catula is in trouble from Skyjacker. Catula's tyres are looking a little worn. Skyjacker's, yeah, it's about the same between the two of them. Still plenty of fuel in amongst these cars. Homesick Alien there in 6th. He may have used up a bit more fuel than the guys ahead of him. And Guesty is, he's only just ahead of Racer Brown by 4/10. His tyres are looking a little more worn than Racer Brown's. In the Green Goblin being hunted down by hot lava. Guesty still leading on lap 8, but it looks like Racer Brown is getting ready to make his move. Bunny still in that third, ahead of Cthulhu, but Cthulhu is being hounded by Skyjacker. They're not that far ahead of Homesick Alien, but Homesick Alien has got a Diagor heading towards him very fast. Alphanut in 8th, with Rivixter in 9th, 10th place for iBunting, and 11th for Rido. And here we see Racer Brown getting very close to the back of Guesty. These are our championship leaders. Before the sprint, Racer Brown was something like 2-3 points, I think. What was it? Racer Brown on 91 and Guesty on 89 or something like that. So, but Guesty finishing ahead of Racer Brown and getting the fastest lap from the first race. I think that puts advantage to Guesty, which means I think Racer Brown really does have to win this race. So far, Guesty has got the fastest lap in this race also, with a 2:17.719, and the last time around Racer Brown managed a 2:17.763, but no one's put their fast compound on yet, so still all to play for. No one's pitted. Guesty leading Racer Brown. Cthulhu's on getting that third place back from Bunny. So Cthulhu fighting his way through. He's got himself third back from Bunny, and it looks like Skyjacker fancies a piece of that action also. And Diagor has got himself ahead of Homesick Alien. It's all changed as we're watching the leaders. Homesick Alien slipping down behind Diagor. The tyre wear a lot worse on Homesick Alien's car. And Racer Brown looks like he's making a move. And Guesty then maintaining that. I don't know if there was a little contact and Racer Brown lifting off and letting Guesty go. But yeah, Guesty back in the lead, it looked like momentarily. Racer Brown had made a move on the second person. There's the first of the pit stops. Homesick Alien has gone in. Will anyone else? It doesn't look like. Excuse me. It doesn't look like anyone else is going in, just the Alien. I imagine Guesty and Racer Brown are playing no after you. They're going to try and stay out as long as each other. Bunny is retaking that third place. Cthulhu's dropped right down into 5th place. Racer Brown's taking the lead. Racer Brown, he's got better grip on his cars, and he's just taken the lead on lap 9, halfway through this race. He's been tracking Guesty all the way in 2nd spot, and now finally taking the lead. I think Guesty's tyres have gone. Guesty may have stayed out 1 lap too long. We'll see. He's got the better tyres, the soft tyres, I'd say, for longer laps. But now Racer Brown nearly a second already with him saving those tyres early doors. And I think Guesty will pit at the end of this lap, and I think Racer Brown will continue. And oh my lord, what's going on down here? Skyjacker moving up into 3rd place with Cthulhu in 4th, Bunny in 5th place, and Diagor has joined the party there in 6th. And it's a crazy race going on down here, a crazy train of Golfs heading around. By Skyjacker, Cthulhu in 4th, Bunny in 5th, and Diagor in 6th. We get on board with Diagor. And as we follow these around, Cthulhu and Bunny side by side. Bunny's making the move. Bunny now up into 2nd, and Diagor's giving it a go as well. Cthulhu giving him a little check to say easy. And Diagor making it up as well. Cthulhu down into 6th place. Racer Brown leading by 1.6 seconds. And no, Guesty doesn't throw it into the pits. I expected him to come into the pits, although he's gained a bit of time on Racer Brown through the chicane. There is Skyjacker ahead of Bunny, who's ahead of Diagor, who's ahead of Cthulhu. Do they all come into the pits? Who knows? Skyjacker's in. Cthulhu, Bunny's in. They're all coming in. Alphanut also coming in. Looks like he had a struggle getting into the pits. There is iBunting. He needs some fuel. He'll be in. Homesick Alien dropping down. Oh, he's pitted. Sorry. So, oh yes, we saw it last lap. Homesick Alien being the first one to pit. So is he going to gain from all of this? Racer Brown 1 second ahead of Guesty. Guesty's still got that fastest lap from Racer Brown though. Everyone's still in the pits. We're waiting for Homesick Alien. He's coming up to the final chicane. And Skyjacker's still fueling up. Here comes Homesick Alien. Skyjacker fueling up still. And it looks like a Homesick Alien is going to get third spot from out. Oh, well, the lap's not around until after the corner, is it? So there goes Skyjacker. He should nip back up into... Oh no, there's all of them have left. Catula's left also. Bunny, Skyjacker, Homesick Alien there in 6th with Deargore. Oh, Deargore missing out the most in 7th. And he's put some medium tyres on again. He's going for 2 stints of mediums. Interesting stuff. Racer Brown's fuel is now flashing, and so is Guesty's. They're only less than 2 seconds apart, about 1.5 seconds apart. Catula has put his super softs on and half a tank of fuel. So Catula just going for a 2-stop with a quick stint. Bunny has also put super softs on, but he's gone for a little bit more fuel than Catula. Skyjacker, he's gone mediums and heavy, full tanks. Homesick Alien also mediums with full tanks. They're all thinking the same, as has Deargore with the mediums and full tanks. Alphana also mediums, full tank. Rivixter, mediums, full tank. They're all thinking alike. Look at that, that's amazing. Muntin, full tank on the mediums. And Rido is gone nearly full tank, put racing softs. Here comes Racer Brown. He's pitted, so has Guesty. And will they opt, like the rest of the field, go for another stint of the mediums with full tanks? Or will they do like Catula and Bunny, going for the 2-stop with those super soft tyres? Remember, Guesty's already used his super softs, so he would have to go for softs, and Racer Brown would have to go for super softs. We're on lap 10 at the moment. Guesty's there just getting to his pit box. Racer Brown's got his tyres changed. He's fueling up now. We do not know what the tyres are. And Guesty now fueling up. Catula is making his way through the chicane just ahead of Bunny, but I don't expect him to get ahead of the 2 leaders. And there goes a Racer Brown. And there goes Guesty. So Racer Brown still leads. He's gone for super softs. He's gone for super softs. Guesty's gone for softs. So they've ignored the rest of the field and they've gone for the faster compound. Can Racer Brown make those super softs last for 7 or 8 laps, really? It is. They're on lap 11. And there is Guesty on the softs. He's hoping the super softs let Racer Brown down and he can come at Racer Brown by the end. Catula, he's going to have to go back into the pits. He's a second ahead of Bunny. Bunny is some 4.7 seconds ahead of Skyjacker, who is just doing a 1-stop with the medium set, as is everyone behind him, really. Homesick Alien, Deargore have gone that way as well, as Alphana, Rivixter. This is going to be very interesting. Bunting also going for another run on the mediums. And Rido went for the soft tyre, but I think he's going to try and make him last for the race. Racer Brown then 3 seconds ahead of Guesty. He's on those super soft tyres. He's going to go for fastest lap, but obviously more points for the championship. Guesty at the moment is holding the fastest lap, but they were on the medium tyres. And with the combo of a Racer Brown on super softs, I think Racer Brown is a shoe-in to get that fastest lap. 3rd place for Catula then, with his short stop. He's getting purples. Maybe Catula on the super softs is thinking of the fastest lap. With Bunny in 4th place, also on those super softs. Skyjacker in 5th. He's some 1.8 seconds ahead of Homesick Alien now, but Homesick Alien in trouble from Deargore. Deargore on a flyer on his mediums, and he aims to get that 6th place off of Homesick Alien. Cracking racing we are viewing here. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. to get notifications on whether we're racing. We're going to see a lot of live racing in the evenings and going forward. So if you want to be informed by that, I suggest you subscribe. So Racer Brown leading by 4 seconds. He's absolutely chugging it. He's trying to get that distance. Bunny has got the fastest lap. Bunny on that last lap around, getting a 2:16.818 behind Catula in, well, Bunny's in 4th, Catula's in 3rd. And these two trying to get as much space ahead of Skyjacker and Homesick. And it's going to be very interesting how that's going to shake out with Catula and Bunny. A bold strategy. They're going to have to overtake people to get up, make up positions after their second stop. And Racer Brown now just absolute masterclass of how to drive a Belgian Spa. And Guesty just hoping his tyres go before lap 18. Well, at the moment it's looking like Racer Brown has this all under control to become the first Vision GT Series champion in the Gulf. There is Guesty. All he can do is drive what he's got in front of him and hope that those super softs on a Racer Brown start tearing themselves apart here at Spa. Catula in 3rd, having a massive battle with Bunny. Bunny still holding that fastest lap, and he's all over the back of the Spaniards, coming up to start their 13th lap. And it's cracking stuff here for the battle for the podium. Skyjacker in 5th spot, just ahead of Homesick Alien. Diego hasn't quite made it past the Alien yet. He caught him up rather quickly, but now it seems that's as far as he can go. Alphanut in 8th. He's some 8 seconds behind that battle, 18 seconds ahead of Rivixter. And Rivixter is 5.5 seconds ahead of iBunting. He did a 2:20.2 his last time around, whilst iBunting did a 2:20.1. So similar times. And Rido is in 11th, 17.8 seconds behind iBunting. That's not changing, that 4 seconds. And Racer Brown's just done his fastest lap of a 16.9. So we assume his super softs have started to peak. He's only on his 3rd lap on them. And there is Guesty, a 2:16.8. So he's he's faster than a Racer Brown at the moment. Can he do the impossible? Catula still ahead of Bunny. Seems to have pulled a little bit away from Bunny. Bunny is on an absolute push doing those 16s, 2:16s. Catula managing a 2:17.4 last time around. Skyjacker pulling away from the Alien, a 2:19.7 last time around for Skyjacker. And Homesick Alien, a 2:18.8. Diego only a second, nearly losing the back end of that Gulf there for Diego in 7th spot. There's some dust there, no. Everyone's where they should be. I saw some dust kicking up. So Racer Brown coming around, start lap 14, nearly 5 seconds ahead of Guesty now. And there you go, he's got the fastest lap, a 2:15.693. Talk about driving the knife into poor Guesty. Still 4 laps to go. And those tyres still might tear themselves to sunder. We do not know. The medium boys might start catching them up. When will Catula and Bunny need to pit? They're nearly 10 seconds ahead of Skyjacker, but the pit stops, I mean, wow. They cost about 40 odd seconds, I think. So Catula, I think Catula and Bunny, they're going to put themselves right out of it when they pit. 40 seconds. It's behind Alphanut, maybe just ahead of Rivixter. So they'll have to try and catch up with Alphanut and Deargore, and I just don't think there's going to be enough time in the race to do it. Racer Brown, 4.8 seconds. Oh, no, no, no. Racer Brown's dropped it. Racer Brown's dropped it. There comes Guesty. Guesty, a little smile on his face, I imagine, as he goes through. And Racer Brown, oh, my Lord, here comes Catula and Bunny. And Racer Brown's got to get going. He's got the impossible to do. He's carrying some damage on the front. He'll be losing front downforce. And, oh, my words. What does Guesty do? My foot's shaking, Guesty. I don't know how you're feeling. But lap 14 out of 18. 4 more laps to go. Racer Brown down into second after making a small mistake. Catula there, 8 tenths behind a Racer Brown, but only 2 tenths ahead of Bunny. But these two, I am sure, have got to pit. There's Catula. His fuel has going. So Catula will pit at the end of this lap. Bunny's looking for a way past. He's still got a couple of laps left in his Golf. And there is Skyjacker in 5th, ahead of Homesick. Homesick under trouble from Deargore. Deargore looking for a way past the Pepsi Max Golf. And he just can't find a way. Under the braking into the final chicane. To come around and to start lap 15. And there we see Catula did go into the pits. Catula went into the pits. We said just ahead of Rivixter, didn't we? For Catula. And there he is pulling a cool top of the car there. For Catula. Rivixter coming up through the final chicane. So what's happening? Guesty 4.8 seconds ahead of Racer Brown. Racer Brown's doing purples. Bunny now on his own, quarter of a tank of fuel. These guys have got half a tank of fuel, and we saw that they were running out of fuel when they pitted. So I don't think a quarter of a tank of fuel is going to get Bunny all the way. Skyjacker Deargore's made the move on the Alien. I saw them change just. It's not quite over yet. Alien's got his inside line here, but no, Deargore getting that 5th spot from Homesick Alien, who slips down into 6th. Still 8.5 seconds ahead of Alphanut. And there is Catula. He came out of the pits just ahead of Rivixter and behind Alphanut. So on those super soft tyres, and with only 3 laps to go, can Catula do the impossible and catch up Alphanut? Guesty 5.7 seconds ahead of Racer Brown. Stay calm, Guesty. Stay calm, bud. I bet he's shaking. I bet his hands are shaking. Even when I just lead a race, I get like the shakes on. So leading a race that could win him the championship, that is a lot of pressure. Racer Brown in 2nd spot, hunting him down, doing anything he can. There is Bunny in 3rd. When will he pit? Is he just going to turn the car down? He's 10 seconds ahead of Skyjacker. So could he just ease that car off? But he's only 4.4 seconds behind Racer Brown. What's he doing? 2.18s? A 2.20 there. He was doing 18s, so that's some 2 seconds slower. So maybe Bunny is easing off. I think he realises a pit stop could be catastrophical right now, giving him a 40-second deficit, and we'll put him back down with Catula behind Alphanut. So I think Bunny is trying to stretch that little bit of fuel he's got over the next 2 laps. Can he do it? Possibly. And there, Guesty leading by nearly 6 seconds now, with Racer Brown in 2nd, Bunny in 3rd, Skyjacker in 4th. With Deargore in 5th, catching up Skyjacker. He did 2.19.4 his last time around. Skyjacker doing a 2.20.6. Homesick Alien, some 2 seconds behind those guys. He's starting to trash his tyres a little bit. And Alpha only 7 seconds behind the Alien, and he's going faster. His tyres still looking quite fresh. Everything to race for there. Still got 6th place. He's got a very fast Catula chasing him down on some fresh set of super softs. And Rivixter is ahead of iBunting in 10th and Rido in 11th. So Guesty 6 seconds still ahead of Racer Brown. About halfway through lap 16 before we start the penultimate lap and the final lap of Series 1 of this championship. I wonder what next Vision car they will be using for Season 2. It does say it out in the open, so I suppose I could tell you quite easily if I can find it. I don't like to take my eyes off of things too much. So Bunny in 3rd with Skyjacker. Skyjacker's under threat from Diagore. I don't know if Skyjacker is starting to ease up on that accelerator as well, to make sure he reaches at the end of the race. But there comes Diagore up his inside in the chicane, but no, Skyjacker defends it and stays in 4th place for now. And Season 2 will be the Mazda RX Vision GT3. Ooh, they'll look nice. They make a cool sound, don't they? They're like a rotary engine or something. So Guesty, 4.2 seconds. He was nearly 6 seconds leading. He's on lap 17 of 18. Racer Brown on a push. He's still got some tyres left on those super softs. It's about even Stevens on the tyres between Guesty and Racer Brown. 3.9 seconds between the two. Bunny, he's still eking that fuel out. Can he make it last? That'll be shocking. Skyjacker is struggling to defend from Diagore. Diagore really hitting him hard with everything he's got. The Portuguese driver trying to edge up the inside, and he's got him under braking as he outbraked himself. Skyjacker trying to flip it around the inside, and Skyjacker, he's got the apex of the corner, and Skyjacker is just ahead. No, Diagore's pulled ahead now, and Skyjacker slips in behind Diagore, but it's not over between these two, I believe. Now Skyjacker getting that inside line, but giving Diagore the just minimum amount of space to race with, and Diagore pulls ahead in 4th spot. Skyjacker there in 5th, 2.7 seconds ahead of the Alien. And we saw Alphanut closing in on the Alien, 5.5 seconds away, and Catula has nearly halved the distance of time between him and Alphanut. Racer Brown's taking the lead. Oh no! Oh no! It looks like Guesty's dropped it as we watch the replay. He's coming around the final corner, heading up towards the chicane. Oh, just on the grass, and oh dear, that was GTSport stitched you up, Guesty, with that stupid putting the car back on the track. And now Racer Brown starts the final lap in the leads. Guesty, oh poor Guesty, he must be demoralised. It's one thing getting the corner wrong, but getting that done to you by GTSport, shame on you, PD. Bunny in 3rd, that fuel is flashing. Can he make it around this last lap? Diagore definitely in 4th ahead of Skyjacker. Homesick Alien falling even further behind Skyjacker. Alphanut down to 3.8 seconds on this final lap. 2.8 seconds from Catulo. iBunting has got himself ahead of Rivixter. Rivixter must have made a mistake somewhere, but iBunting's starting to find a pace. And Rido in 11th, and Racer Brown, here he comes. This is going to be so tight with the points, I believe. Racer Brown trying to keep it on the track. Remember, he's got those super softs on. He's had them going for quite a while. They must feel very old. He's 1.5 seconds ahead of Guesty. Guesty doing all he can. He was cruelly dealt an awful hand there by the GTSport gods. And Racer Brown coming around to try and to be the first season's champion of the Vision League Series. Guesty's so close. He was in touching distance, but I just don't think there's anything he can do now on here. This the last lap as Racer Brown brings it home. Bunny there, he's still got fuel. He's 8 seconds ahead of Diego. Diego's got even less fuel. Diego might run out of fuel. I just saw the red line disappear, and Skyjacker might find, ooh, he's tight on fuel as well, as is Homesick Alien. Alpha's got a bit more. There you go, Racer Brown takes the win. Guesty takes second. Absolutely cracking stuff. Bunny there, he does make it with that fuel and takes a third spot. Take a boo, my son, well done. Skyjacker does get ahead of Diego. He has run out of fuel, bless him. Homesick Alien moves past Diego. There is, hey, look, Skyjacker coming across in fourth. Homesick Alien grabbing fifth. Diego, he's getting out of the way. There goes Alpha up for sixth. Diego seventh. Catula got eighth in the end. Buntin is bringing it home for ninth spot, ahead of Rivixter and Rido. So here comes Buntin through the final chicane. That was one cracking looking car, Buntin. Thank you very much. Awesome stuff. As he crosses the line in ninth. And Rivixter bringing her home. He's not got much fuel left himself for 10th. But that man there, Racer Brown and Guesty as well, in the same picture. What a championship they put on for us. And I can't definitely say it's Racer Brown's championship. I really don't. It's very tight. I think they've got a fastest lap each and a win each and a second each. And I think Racer Brown had a couple of points ahead of Guesty. So I would think that Racer Brown has taken the championship, but only just. Very close. Guesty gave it everything. There is a Rivixter. He's just stopping before the line. I don't know why. Showing off. And Rido, he's just coming along Blanchimont. A huge thank you to, where is he? Skyjacker there for hosting and doing all the admin stuff for the VGTS way. And there was other people stewarding. I think Talleyrand, Homesick Alien helped with stewarding. There you go, there's the final results. I don't know who won the championship. I'd guess Racer Brown, but you never know. There he goes. Congratulations, Racer Brown. Well done. Superb drive. So, I'll take you to the race results before we wrap it all up. And there you go. Racer Brown takes the win from Guesty. Bunny finishing in third. How he made that fuel last, I do not know. Skyjacker there, getting ahead of Diego through Diego's fuel running out. Skyjacker finishing in fourth. Homesick Alien moving up to fifth, and Alpha Nut moving up to sixth because of Diego's fuel. He finished in seventh, just ahead of Catula in eighth. He was on a good race. He just had to take that second pit stop, and here at Spa, it's just wounding. It's just wounding. Taking an extra pit stop. Buntin finishing in 9th, ahead of Rivixter in 10th, and Rido in 11th. Racer Brown got your fastest lap on lap 13 with a 2:15.693. And like I said, keep an eye out, subscribe and like us on YouTube, because there'll be some live stuff during the week, and it'll let you know if you want to watch it. Go to our website www.virtualracersclub.co.uk if you want to join our Discord, and you can see the tables and championship tables if you want to see how that one ended. Okie dokie dokie Loki then. That's that. Thank you everyone involved. Thank you everyone who watched. And what a cracking little season. Bring on the Mazdas. That's what I say. That is everything. So I was your broadcaster and commentator, Mike Oxpig. Thank you for watching me. And well, not watching me, watching them, listening to me. I'll see you next time. Bye.